Hello Leo, happy birthday. This is your birthday month, and what a month this is going to prove to be for you. Okay, we have two eclipses coming up. We have the full lunar eclipse, which is taking place there around August 7th. All right, so 15 degrees in Aquarius, so any planets you have around that degree will be affected by this lunar eclipse. Then we have this solar eclipse on the 21st, which is showing up there 28 degrees in Leo. So for those of you having your sun there or any other planets around 28 degrees in your chart will be affected by this solar eclipse. Now, the beauty of this month is whatever is going to end needs to end. You know, you want to trust the process because the universe will never take anything away from you that you're not ready for. And some of you might find this as a huge release, you know, to let go of something that you've been struggling with. For others, it might be a little unexpected, but then you want to trust that the universe already knows what is coming down the road for you. So you want to be excited for what those new doors might open up. Now, this aspect for you will be in the 7th house. It has to do with relationships, okay? So that doesn't mean that your relationship will end, but it could be an issue within the relationship that has been a little tricky for a while, right? That might just come to completion, and then you can wave it goodbye, and it could just open up more of this now heartfelt energy that you've been longing for, right? But the new moon will be in your 1st house, which is great. The new moon is always new beginnings, but since it's a solar eclipse, it holds the power of several new moons all together, right? So this is a day that we normally, you know, plant our seeds, right, for new growth. But for you in this 1st house, it has to do with your personality, the things that you want, right? So if something was eclipsed away, maybe too much time going to a certain area, so within the relationship that you didn't have time to do your thing, well, you know, this is what this new moon solar eclipse is going to be giving and bestowing upon you, that you will suddenly find new beginnings for you on a personal level. 1st house is always the personality, right? So you will be, I think, primed prior to the 21st, and this is because the sun and Mars is in your sign, in the 1st house, and the sun being you, Mars being your drive, your ambitions, your goals, your physical energy is super powered as we start off the month, right? So you're already working on what it is that you're wanting, your aims are super clear. Last month might not have been all that easy, right? We had a little bit of a tricky, bumpy road. I didn't feel I had a lot of good news to bring, but that's life, right? But then even those storm clouds, they pass, right? And then new things are being filled. This month is full of new things for you. So as you're really now powered up, the sun and Mars, they're conjunct, okay? So you're starting off on a high note, and you know what you're wanting. So I'm feeling before these eclipses come in, you will pretty much be able to anticipate perhaps what at least this lunar eclipse is going to finalize an end for you to be supportive of you. So, you know, please share by all means, Leo. Come in and comment down below on what the eclipse, the lunar eclipse removed from your life, what the solar eclipse have filled into your life. So whether you do that later on, because you're probably listening to this way before even the eclipses are taking place, but you can come back later in the month and do so, or comment on it next month, all right? What it did for you, because not only are you helping other Leos to see, you know, where are you at, you know, as pertaining to Leos across the board, but you could read their comments too, and that will give you a whole lot of support knowing what it has been doing there in general, right? I'd appreciate that. So, but you're starting off the month with a major choice or a decision. This is Jupiter and Pluto, okay? Pluto really wants what it wants. It's moving forward, you know, it's very energetic right now. Jupiter in your chart is in your 3rd house, so communication may really list very high as we start out. And Pluto is coming from your 6th house for your day-to-day routines, okay? So this might be a time where you're looking at how can I balance up my daily routine, because you'd like to be out and about more, you want more freedom. The 3rd house is to and fro, coming and going, short distance travel, even long distance travel for that matter. So it's wanting to expand. But Pluto over here is saying, well, you've got these obligations, right? So I don't know if you can go right now. And so Jupiter is reacting a little bit to it, but don't be worried, because you are going to have the opportunity to start breaking free from whatever routines have been holding you and to expand. And you'll see as we go throughout the month, because there's several Jupiter aspects here, which are very, very supportive. Now on the 10th, Mercury, the messenger, is bringing news from Venus. So this is love, it's romance, and so forth. Now Venus this month is in the sign of Cancer, which is your 12th house. So there's a part of you emotionally, as we start out the month, where you're kind of pulling back, not away, but within, or listening within, feeling within, searching, you know, for answers within. And that's great, because when we listen to Spirit, that's when we do get messages. When we're too busy out in the world, you know, we're too busy to even hear those higher thoughts. So Venus this month, I feel, is going to have a lot of little antennas picking up those things that are important to you so you can nourish yourself. Remember, Cancer is always about nourishing, right? And so you're giving that to your soul this month. So when Mercury and Venus comes along, well, I'm seeing that you're hearing or also communicating something of your needs that is going out. The Sun and Jupiter, also beautiful on the same day, the Sun being you, right? And you being in that 1st house of bringing out towards the world your needs, and then Jupiter in your 3rd house of communication, you're going to be expressing, hearing, talking, sharing, negotiating. What a beautiful day to have any kind of, more so, should I say, heartfelt type communication. Why? Because your words are going to flow, and they are really going to hit home for where it needs to go. On the 12th, what a date night. This is the time of the month that you can have the best, beautiful, most romantic evening when Venus and Neptune comes together in this golden trine. Venus is romance, right? And Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, so it kind of like, it's super, super expanded here. So you want to bring out the music, the wine, you know, and yeah, put it on your calendar. You don't want to miss this. And if you are happening to be a single, then Leo, don't sit at home. You could be a magnet now to attract somebody, because this aspect, I always call it, it's a soulmate signature, okay? Because it's not just the physical attraction between partners, it's that spiritual connection which really comes together. For those of you who are artists, this is also a day where you could be channeling, you know, new lyrics, creating new music. If you do art, you know, whether it's sculpting, painting, whatnot, you'll be channeling the higher frequencies of this signature, and it's going to carry through to the next day as well. Plus, you will have the Sun, which is you, and Saturn, also in a beautiful aspect. And Saturn will always want to lock down and anchor in anything when we have such a beautiful golden signature, and it will give it longevity over time. So if it's a new relationship, do know that this is going to be a long-lasting if it's a new relationship that starts. If it is a new concept within the arts, well, you're going to lock it in, and that's going to continue for a long time down the road. So if you're getting married, well, hey, this is one of those very blessed marriages, because the signature will last with you for years and years to come. On the 17th, we might experience a little bit of a hiccup between Venus and Jupiter. However, they're both very good-hearted planets, so it's not really a big, difficult situation. It could just be choices. Do I want to buy this or that? You know, or should I buy this brand or that brand? it's one of those things. It's about quality, but it's also about emotions. But it's a fast-moving aspect. I wouldn't really say that you have to pay too much attention to it. On the 20th, however, Mars now is still in your first house. You're really powered up. You got a lot of energy this month. Leo is now lining up with Jupiter, and Jupiter is wanting to expand. You might feel very antsy, as if you're sensing something needs to happen. You're wanting action, you know, especially if things have been a little slow, and we know July wasn't the easiest. It's coming together. You're feeling free as a bird, right? And so you want to express this freedom. Some of you might be out and about traveling and being super excited for some whatever event, right? And it's all good. And this feeling is carrying into the following day, which is the solar eclipse. Okay, and that's the new beginnings that we're talking about. So not only do we have the eclipse on the 21st, but the sun, you, are going to be very surprised on whatever event that's taking place. This could happen while you're out and about traveling. It's coming from Uranus in the 9th house. So that's long distance travel. So if you are or happen to be on a long distance travel, expect the most unexpected here today, just because of these two planets together, or the sun and Uranus, but also that new moon solar eclipse. I feel this is absolutely fantastic for you. And then also we have Mars and Saturn coming in on the following day. So it's already in the mix there under the eclipse. Saturn being you, knowing where you're heading, what goals you want to achieve, and you're totally convinced. And not only that, but all the good karma that you have built up for a long time. Saturn now coming in saying, is this what you want? Let's lock it in, right? And that's what Saturn's going to do for you. Long term, will this now work for you? So, I mean, talk about having gifts bestowed upon us, right? And that is after the lunar eclipse removed certain things. That's why I'm saying don't worry about the lunar eclipse. Whatever needs to go, so that you can open up new rooms for whatever now is going to be coming in. So, you know, I'm excited. Now, there is a little bit of maybe a setback or something not gelling on the 24th. It's a super fast movement, so this is just Venus. And Venus either wanting to purchase something or something romantic. However, though, on the 27th, excuse me, I felt that coming on. On the 27th, Jupiter is definitely going to double up on it, okay? So we got a Jupiter and Saturn sextile. So we're ending the month on a beautiful note, just like Saturn has really been anchoring new things. Jupiter has been expanding for you. And so I'm super excited now to see what September is going to bring. But listen, Leo, hit the bell if you're watching this on your mobile device. You'll see right under where it says subscribe, right? Hit the bell, because then you will get all the notifications of the new uploads. If not, you won't find it. Even if you are a subscriber, it won't come to your email other than once in a long shot. For whatever reasons, I don't know why YouTube did that, but they have placed this bell, which means that you will get every upload, all right? So I will see you soon. Have a good one, and I'll see you in September. Bye now.